Yeah, we're streaming as soon as I can find where the share link is in this thing. Oh, hello? Okay, okay, Gogeta, have you ever streamed before? If you have, where is the link that I can share in the, channel settings? Because this is pissing me off, honestly. Okay, so can you share the link in Ben's server, please? Because that's what I'm trying to do, and apparently the streaming bot's broken, so it's not sharing inside my server either. Okay, is that a little bit better? Jesus Christ. Alright. Okay, so... Oh, what? Now the bot shared it? Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for people to show up, and then... whoever's here in about a minute is just here. So in the meantime, let me see if I can fix the mic. Okay, how's this? Okay, how's this? Alright, so I fixed my microphone. That's better. Now... Alright, so I fixed my microphone. That's better. Now... Okay, if nobody wants to join, then that's whatever. I'm just gonna start with the intro for everybody who is here. I'm not gonna... I'm just gonna pretend that the past 5 minutes didn't happen. So let's just get on with it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to DOMination, the place where Dom dominates in whatever game he's playing. I'm going to be honest, that name's probably not going to stick. This is just something I came up with on the fly because this is only my second stream ever. I'm going to be honest, that name's probably not going to stick. This is just something I came up with on the fly because this is only my second stream ever. Okay, really? Okay, how's that? Jesus Christ, apparently having one microphone means I have to disable the desktop audio. Oh well. So, what I'm gonna try to do with these streams, if any of you guys are interested, is to basically just play this game as well as I can and talk about game design things related to it, because I actually think there's a lot to talk about with Ninja Gaiden. But first, the reason I'm playing this game is just the fact that it's probably the biggest inspiration on the game I'm making. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the intro cutscene play as I talk over it, because I'm gonna go ahead and let the intro cutscene play as I talk over it, because it's an unskippable cutscene. Anyway, I have a lot of favorite games in my life that inspired me to be a game designer, but my favorite action game series of all time is probably Ninja Gaiden. I've played a number of action games over the course of my life, but Ninja Gaiden seems to be the one that impresses me the most consistently. With the exception of 2 whole games in the entire series, I actually like every single Ninja Gaiden game. And it's a massive inspiration on my current action game, at least in terms of the controls. Yes, my microphone is right next to my headphones. Not much I can do about that. I can try dropping it further, but... Oh. Okay. Well, if that didn't fix it, then we're just gonna have to persist. So, you guys are gonna be watching me play Ninja Gaiden Black, and probably sucking at it. Okay, thank you, Gogeta, for all of the feedback. You have been the best person, or at least the most helpful, in both of these streams. Wish you were present for the Rayman one. I would have gotten this fixed a lot sooner. Anywho, I'm just going to play the crap out of Ninja Gaiden Black and just talk about things relevant to the game as I go. So here Ryu just murked somebody, and now I'm going to skip past the tutorial level, and by that I mean just run straight through the super easy platforming sections. Yeah, so that was Ayane helping out because she decided she wanted to help out. But I don't need her help. I am the spectacular super ninja. Ninja man does whatever a ninja can. Now, at this phase of the game, I don't really have much in... I guess I dropped it a little bit too low there. And here I thought I was going to breeze through the platforming of all things. If this isn't the easiest thing in the world, then more than likely the combat encounters are going to kill me. Although they were going to anyway. Fun fact, as far as this version of Ninja Gaiden is concerned, I've only given it one attempt as a test of the Xbox controller. Because I've only ever played Ninja Gaiden on PlayStation consoles before. And what I noticed about the Xbox controller is that it doesn't really have shoulder buttons. I don't know how many of you guys grew up with the PlayStation 2 or even know what the PlayStation 2 was. But it basically had 12-ish buttons apart from start, select, and the analog stick buttons. You had the 4 face buttons, the D-pad, 2 shoulder buttons, and 2 triggers. Although L2 and R2 were barely shoulder buttons at the time. Or barely triggers at the time. I can't even talk right. However, this gave the PS2 at least some additional functionality, or at least buttons to press. The GameCube controller, by comparison, didn't have quite as much, but the analog shoulder buttons made up for the lack of triggers. And fun fact, if you're ever playing a GameCube emulator with an Xbox 360 controller, go ahead and set analog state to the triggers. That way the game should function as normal. But the OG Xbox doesn't have any shoulder buttons, which means even without me screwing up on the stream, one of the things that's going to be a problem is the fact that the shoulder buttons are not present, which means I'm going to have to remember that the guard button is the left trigger. Don't know if I'm doing well or poorly. I would say probably poorly. But Ninja Gaiden is unique among action games, at least the technical variety, in that there's a lot of commitment on your attacks. Now, truthfully, the game I'm making is going to be very different from that. A lot of low commitment and easy cancels, much like the games that came after it. And much more similar to Devil May Cry in that capacity. But, God, the stream is going way more poorly than the test stream. Good lord. However, the control scheme is at least a lot more similar to Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, so I pulled off my first ultimate attack. Don't get used to that. Okay, so first time beating this room in Ninja Gaiden Black. Truly, I am the best gamer. But Ninja Gaiden's use of high commitment attacks isn't actually that big of a problem in this game. Just because enemies in this game have deterministic AI. Basically, they attack in predefined patterns, which isn't actually a problem in this game. It effectively means you have to predict your opponent and intercept their moves as they're doing it. Yeah, I'm going down like a ninja dog. But the fact that enemies have deterministic AI essentially means you have to use your high commitment attacks to predict what they're going to do and make the correct move to intercept. Whereas a Devil May Cry is a game that's much more about reacting to enemies as they make their moves. Ninja Gaiden is more about learning what your enemy's about and going in to counter them. I don't necessarily want to say it's a more methodical approach or even more considered, because there is something to be said for being able to react on the fly to what you need to do. However, at the very least, this makes for an engaging experience where you need to think out your moves as you're making them, and that ultimately means if I'm not backflipping backward, it ultimately means that I am going to suck hard at this game because I don't have really the headspace to be thinking as well as I would normally, because I'm distracted by the stream and my game design thoughts. So, you know, prepare for even my game design thoughts to be utter trash, as you can tell from the stream thus far. So I'm getting slightly better, maybe not a huge amount better, but a little bit. But Ninja Gaiden really has so much more to say about its game design that I simply can't think of right now, because I'm distracted by all the cool shit going on around me. So you're just gonna have to settle for this really garbage dumb man talk. I'm gonna have a lot more to say when and if I get to Murai, or hopefully Doku. Good lord. The day will come when I beat this game, I promise. Maybe I shouldn't be making promises I can't keep, right? But Ninja Gaiden has always fascinated me as a competitor to Devil May Cry, because in spite of being my pick for favorite action game series, Devil May Cry seems to be the more popular pick. And I think I get why to an extent, although it's worth noting that Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden have at least evolved to have a lot of similarities. Although I guess it speaks volumes of Devil May Cry's popularity that I'm spending so much time talking about it in a Ninja Gaiden stream. But essentially we'll see later on in Ninja Gaiden, if not in this game, then definitely in Sigma 2, when and if I get around to it. Did that bat just kill me? Man, I'm getting so distracted. But Ninja Gaiden and Devil May Cry have evolved to have a lot of similarities over the course of time. Don't know how relevant that is to the stream, or even to this game. But it's worth noting that many of the mechanics that Ninja Gaiden starts with as of the initial release of this game, not Ninja Gaiden Black, but the original 2004 release, would later become usable by Dante and potentially Nero in later Devil May Cry games. From wall runs to actual enemy hops. To ultimate attacks if you count Dance Macabre as part of the Swordmaster style. There are at least some similarities that you may consider with a game like this. Although, really those similarities are going to show up more in the enemy designs. Although that's more prevalent in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Now, you may not believe this, but I actually wrote a blog post on this subject years ago, which was a lot less rambly than I'm being right now. Though that's mainly just because I wrote that without having gameplay footage in front of me. So, you know, take that however you like. But I would say probably the biggest thing that has Ninja Gaiden beat Devil May Cry, at least in my mind, is the control scheme. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever played Devil May Cry, and I really don't want to make this a stream about Devil May Cry, but in Ninja Gaiden, the control scheme is very comfortable to me. I guess this comes down to standardization of moves. Essentially, where everything falls on the controller is exactly where it's supposed to be. The light attack is the left face button, the heavy attack is the top face button, and your jump button is on the bottom face button. As games eventually evolve to fully command. And while Devil May Cry is not bad in any regard, well, except for 2 anyway, it doesn't change the fact that Ninja Gaiden's control scheme is just a lot more comfortable to me, which is why I'm having a lot of fun just getting my ass kicked right here. Oh, no, I haven't linked my blog in Discord. Truthfully, I don't even know if I want to. Because a lot of the older posts, which that one qualifies as, were a lot lower quality than my more recent stuff. Although if you guys are interested, I'll be happy to share it. Just, let me know if you really want to do a search for it. Or if you want to do a search for it, it's Afterthought Reviews, or just Afterthoughts. But I'll go ahead and share a link in Discord if any of you guys are interested. But as for me, I am... Wait, what did I just do? Did I just unlock Ninja Dog by accident? I did. I did just accidentally unlock Ninja Dog. I swear, I didn't mean to hit give up. I just wanted to respawn and try again. God damn it. Well. Alright, I guess you guys are going to be watching me play Ninja Dog. Yeah, that puppy emote is very apt. To be honest, I didn't even, To be honest, I just wanted to keep trying until I beat it, but, I guess, I just suck so bad at this game that, Ayane just had to help. Now, I like Ayane's femdoming sometimes, but here it was just uncalled for. I like those roundhouse kicks, though. Just like, bam. That's actually a DOA move. Oh yeah, I guess that's something worth talking about. Ryu's move list in the Ninja Gaiden, the 3D Ninja Gaiden games specifically, isn't even based on the original NES games. His move list is actually mostly based off Dead or Alive 1 for the PS1, which came out, I think, 6 years before this. Although it came out on, I think, was it the Sega Saturn that came out before the Sega Dreamcast? It came out on that first, but either way, Ryu's move list in this game, at least some of the moves, for example, that roundhouse kick, the guillotine throw, and Izuna drop, which we'll get later, are all moves that started in Dead or Alive. Which actually supports a theory that I have had for a while, that fighting game characters all make really good action game characters. And by action game characters, I mean their move lists are good for action game combat. Nowhere is this more prevalent than with the action game spin-offs, Death by Degrees from the Tekken series, and I keep getting distracted. What the hell's wrong with me? Yes, Itagaki got me. But between Death by Degrees and Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, action game protagonists seem to have quite a bit in common with fighting game characters, to the point that I think a fighting game character's move list would be a decent starting point for just now I'm getting lost, for just building an action game characters, or just building an action game move list. Start with a fighting game and then move your way backward. Okay, so this map may be of use or it might not. Alright, so I guess I'm... You know, one thing that you don't appreciate about the original Ninja Gaiden until you spend some time playing it, especially after Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3, is how much of an adventure game format it goes for. I don't know how many of you guys ever did realize this, but Ninja Gaiden 2 operates on a very level select sort of format. And there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're accustomed to that sort of thing when you go back to this game, you're going to have some trouble with the adventure puzzle solving elements, which I guess is something in common with Devil May Cry 1 through 3. In terms of the whole level traversal thing. Though, personally, I'd rather just have combat arenas. So, for my own game, I'm going for a bit of a compromise, where the open areas do have platforming sections, but there is an overworld map that sort of connects the different open areas. So it's not technically open world any more so than the Elder Scrolls games are. That may be a controversial take, but the Elder Scrolls games are not really open world in the way a GTA game is open world. Where Grand Theft Auto, or more relevant to the time of Ninja Gaiden Black, were actually open world, featuring level streaming technology and all of that good stuff. The Elder Scrolls basically just spawned you in from one level to another, similar to what many older N64 open world games did. And there's nothing wrong with that, though the benefit to the overworld map structure is just the fact that when you leave an area, you can just traverse right to the one you want to go to next whenever you need to go somewhere. It fights the downside of open world games, which is the fact that when an open world gets too big, travel becomes a pain. Wow, 2 ultimate attacks in a row. I never actually played Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword. I think that's probably the only 3D Ninja Gaiden game I didn't play because I never owned a DS. And I've heard it's a fairly sturdy game on the whole, although I'm not 100% certain how well I do with its kanji drawing mechanic. You know, the one for the Ninpo that I heard about. But the only Ninja Gaiden games that I played that I really didn't like were Ninja Gaiden 3 and Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z, if you even want to count that one. Which, it was made by Team Ninja in combination with Concept, if that's enough justification. But if you don't want to count it, that means the only Ninja Gaiden game that I played that I didn't like was Ninja Gaiden 3. And even then, I liked Razor's Edge a fair bit. I think its difficulty was a bit imbalanced, but apart from that, I thought it was a sturdy enough game. But I want to try and restrict discussions to just this game while I'm playing it, which is a little bit difficult because my brain is just not operating right now. Okay, so let's see if I can pull up the map. Okay, so I'm the red marker, and I'm guessing the way I want to go is... Okay, so I guess I want to go in the other direction. Note that navigation is not my strong suit in games I haven't played a lot of. Obvious statement of fact is obvious, but... Okay, so I guess that's the power of shuriken canceling. Which, in my original playthroughs of Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Sigma 2, and 3 and 3 Razor's Edge, I never actually utilized. And I just fell through the trapdoor again. Okay, so I think I'm starting to get a sense for where I'm supposed to go here. Want to avoid the trapdoor and want to go back into that room and find a different exit. Okay. That happened on accident. Okay. Truthfully, I'm having a lot of fun. I guess... I don't know. My brain is dead. I guess I'm not streamer material, am I? Okay, so what I'm probably gonna do is... get to Murai, battle him. And then once I beat him, we'll stop there for the stream. Okay, so is he the last one? Okay, good. I finally found the way forward. Oh, and the dragon statue. Yay, these are the save points. Finally got to an actual save point. Although, I didn't actually need it because Itagaki pranked me. But I'm making a fair bit of progress, I suppose. Though navigation is always going to be a pain. And I'm rejecting Ayane's help out of spite at this point. Since she activated Ninja Dog without my permission, I'm ignoring Ayane. You know, I'm gonna be honest, using shuriken canceling like that, as helpful as it is to my victories, isn't as engaging as it could be. Or, I guess it's not, well, actually, I take that back. It cheapens the difficulty, which isn't supposed to be engaging at all. But I would say it's at least not as overpowered as I assume slash canceling is in DMC 1. That can break some entire combat encounters, whereas shuriken canceling here seems to just make it a little bit easier. Now, Murai is stated to be one of the hardest bosses in this game. And he is only boss number 1. Whereas his final boss encounter, or the one with the Dark Dragon Blade, is actually considered one of the easiest boss fights in this game. It's actually kind of weird. And that's the first revival talisman I used. Thank you, Ayane. I guess that means I can just button mash my way to victory, but I'm not going to attempt to do that. I actually want to try to win fairly. So Murai has been beaten, although it doesn't look like it from the choreography they used. That's one thing I never noticed in the prior Ninja Gaiden games, maybe because it's not really a thing. The transition from cutscene to gameplay in this game is actually rather good. You beat Murai, and then it transitions into a cutscene that is more or less just choreography indicating that the two characters are training rather than an actual fight, which helps establish Murai as a powerful figure in the universe without actually needing to, you know, fight him to the death like you would in other games. It's not really a huge deal by itself, but it is one of those things. It's a little detail, essentially, and I think games survive most on their little details. Don't worry so much about how a game looks or, you know, what goes into the general aesthetic or anything like that. That's not my personal view. My personal view is the devil is in the details. And that's just one little detail that I just noticed that I actually rather like. So yeah, I've got some time to spare, so I should be able to play one more level. But no promises on how it's going to go. Yeah, I figured I'd get a terrible rank. It's okay. Now, I believe there's going to be a dragon statue right outside Murai's door. Or at least they're going to have me use the same one I passed on the way here. I'm cool either way, honestly. If they made a separate dragon statue for a different path, then it would have been a little bit more convenient. But I like the world consistency of just having you use the same dragon statue. Again, so I'm not too worried about it. So let's just... Now you may think that was a mistake, but no, actually, I think this might be a bit of a fast track. The sacred door to the Hayabusa Ninja Village that I passed earlier is probably the door that I need to go through, so I'm just heading straight back to it. Oh, and by the way, I want you guys to pay close attention to the texture work in this game. Like, the geometry is mostly just, cubes and spheres and all that. It's not a big deal. However, the texture work... granted, I'm looking at this from a CRT, so I don't know how it comes across on your screens, but the texture work really sells the aesthetic of playing as a ninja. Legitimately, this game looks like it actually does take place in Japan, which is one of those nice little things about it. And that was the Art of the Fire Wheels. You know, you wouldn't think that would be the first ninpo Ryu acquires in this game, because Ryu's iconic ninpo, the one that he's best known for, is the Art of the Inferno, which is just a fireball. Art of the Fire Wheels, on the other hand, I think has Fire Spirit circle around Ryu. Sort of like a damage evasion. I could be wrong, though, because I never actually used it when I played Sigma. Yeah, so shuriken canceling is making this a little bit easier, but you still have to be on your toes in this game. It's not like it's invalidating the difficulty. So I guess if I had to... So I guess if I had to ask whether or not shuriken canceling should be patched out, my answer would be no, just because it's not really detrimental the same way other glitch mechanics can be in some games. Now, that guy... Now, most of these enemies are just regular mooks, although they're much tougher than that implies. However, that guy is clearly a support character, because he's not only attacking from a distance, offering suppressive fire, but he also has a teleport to get himself out of the front lines when he ends up getting focused. And in addition to that, he's apparently got some blades to attack you up close with. That was the case with this enemy type in Ninja Gaiden 2. The reason I didn't remember that is because I'm stupid. Your memories are correct, don't worry. I'm just an idiot for not remembering. So, I'm going to try to get to the end of level 2 here, just to prove that I'm playing Ninja Gaiden Black. Because one of the things that makes Ninja Gaiden Sigma different from Ninja Gaiden Black is that Ninja Gaiden Sigma has a boss fight against Doku. Whereas in Ninja Gaiden 2004 and Black, it's just a cutscene. Yeah, I can't wait to get to the point of upgrading my weapons whenever the shops unlock. Unfortunately, that's going to be a little bit tricky. Although, I guess the good thing about being in Ninja Dog mode is that I can make it through this game at a brisk pace now. Thanks, Itagaki. I know you probably don't respect me for playing on Ninja Dog mode, but to be fair, that was a prank you pulled. It wasn't an active decision, so fight me. Okay, so that requires a weapon. I don't have to break it. So I guess it's time to do a little bit of exploration, see what I need to get through this part of the area. No, I don't need any healing item. I don't need any healing items on this difficulty mode. So if anyone's still watching, I guess now's a good time to highlight one of my friends who is also a massive Ninja Gaiden player. I don't know if anyone's watching this right now or in the future when a Kickstarter or a game is released on my part, but I want to recommend the YouTube channel Atrophy of Soul. The guy who runs it is not only a big Ninja Gaiden dude, so much so that he has Ninja Gaiden videos all over his channel, but he is also starting to get more into music. He's starting to create his own media because he doesn't like what's out there, and I think most of us can find that at least a little bit inspirational. So go check him out if you feel like his music or his videos are worth your time. Meanwhile, I'm sure the stream is not worth a lot of people's time, because I'm just gobbling all of the dick. Feel free to use that one, or don't. I don't really care. In all seriousness, what am I supposed to be doing here? Okay, let's actually read this description, see what it tells me. A stone circle made in ancient times, known as simply a silent gathering of rocks. Now, if you haven't noticed, that's more or less accurate to the world, but it's not helpful for the puzzle solving. Although I think there might be a stone head I need to pick up somewhere around here. And to put on that headless statue. I don't know. To be honest, I'm kind of at a loss right now. Oh, yeah, Olive Knoll. Yeah. I didn't offer my thoughts on it because I didn't know if Ben would be able to handle the criticism. But I'm not a particular fan of Olive Knoll. I am a fan of Overture, the first song that came out, so I'm not speaking as somebody who just hates Ben's work. Okay, there we go. I'm going to give just Ben one more track and just see what his general style is, so that I can offer criticisms and feedback going forward. Wait, was this where I was supposed to go all along? Well, that's a lunar staff. Yes, I was supposed to go here all along. I'm just a dumbass. Okay. Ryu, she's 14. She's 14. You know, it's actually kind of weird. Itagaki has brought up, at least in relation to DOA, that he, or no, actually, yeah, it applies to Ninja Gaiden 2, because he said he made Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword specifically for his daughter, who is a DS player. But it's weird that Itagaki says he won't make games that his daughter can't play, yet makes games like this. Although, to be fair, it may have been censored in Japan. But what about Devil's Third? That really doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. That's also why he said he was never going to make a nude or not safe for work version of DOA. Even though the characters were sexualized as all hell, even in the earlier games. Not that I'm complaining, it's just a little bit of an inconsistency in his words compared to his actions. I wonder if that guy's just gonna spawn infinitely. Doesn't look like it. I think he only looks like he only spawns as long as he has party members to support him. Kind of weird, but whatever. Didn't I come through here already? No, I think I might have come through from over there. So okay, and now we get to the Muramasa shop. Let's see if I have enough currency to actually upgrade my weapon. Although, since I'm on Ninja Dog, the upgrades may be free anyway. So, how much do I need to upgrade it? Where does it say? Okay, I guess I can't upgrade my weapon at that one. Thanks, Muramasa. You're a lot of help. Okay, here we go. Ooh, now some horsemen. And apparently the guillotine throw is not a technique you need to unlock like the Izuna drop is. Okay, so they can't be juggled, though I kind of already knew that. There we go, he's dead now. Oh, you stun-locked Murai? I didn't even know that was possible. I just kind of dodged around in the battle until I could get some hits in. And I have to say I did fairly well apart from the revival talisman, but we don't talk about that around here. That's a discussion Itagaki doesn't want us to have. Now then, are we almost there? Well, I'm somewhere. Where exactly? I don't know, apart from Graveyard. Yeah, it's a cemetery. It's got headstones and everything. Don't really have much to say other than it's probably fallen Hayabusa Shinobi. Those that either died of old age or far more likely died in battle. No, that was just me going back. Yeah, so the navigation issues here are actually teaching me how I should be designing my own level layouts. Having no invisible walls is nice to an extent, but it does make it difficult to know where you're supposed to go. Okay. Okay, I almost had that. It's almost like there's a specific way Itagaki wants me to do this. Okay, let's try that one more time. But this time with only 2 wall jumps instead of 3. If I can even do it correctly, because my fingertips are failing me. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's just not letting me. How do I do this? Oh, okay, I'm not supposed to do that at all, apparently. Okay. Well, once again, that was... Oh, no, I'm just going back again. Oh, okay, I found the correct way now. Okay. In case you can't tell, I'm a bit of an idiot. And that is a Kanabo. Okay, one side is a Kanabo, the other half... Wait, I'm not on Ninja Dog. Okay. Or maybe I am, I don't know. I'm not actually going to use the Talisman of Resurrection if I can avoid it. Itagaki may have... Oh yeah, look at all that health I took off. Still probably going to die, though. Well, I beat him. That's what's important. Okay, now here I'm about to run into Doku, and this right here is going to be proof that I'm playing Ninja Gaiden Black and not Sigma. Because you see, when you play Ninja Gaiden Sigma, this cutscene will break off partway through to have you battle against Doku. However, in this game, unless my information is incorrect, this should just have Doku kill Ryu without ever going to a boss fight. By the way, all that gore. Alright, so we're getting there. So I'm just going to get to the next save point. And then we'll be ending the stream. Yeah, so the fact that it didn't kick me out of the boss fight or kick me out into a boss fight means there you go. I'm playing Ninja Gaiden Black. I don't know how much that matters, to be honest. Yeah, so the fact that it... But at the very least, you know that I actually have a copy of Ninja Gaiden Black and am not just playing Sigma and pretending that I own Black. Though, to be honest, I don't know why someone would do that. Other than gamer cred. Although, that really doesn't matter much these days when modern gamers basically just want to watch movies. Because why wouldn't he? Alright, so very next save point, I'm going to be ending the stream because I got about as far as I promised. Now, one thing about Ninja Gaiden that is strange is the fact that at least this game implies that the Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive universe is not the same as our own. Granted, there seems to there seems to be some similarities, given the fact that many of the DOA characters have nationalities belonging to real-world countries. But the Vigorian Empire implies that there's something going on in the Ninja Gaiden world that you don't really see in real life, unless there's a secret empire that I'm not aware of. But Ninja Gaiden 2 kind of throws that out the window with Sky City, Tokyo, Italy, and all of these other places that are basically just real life places, but without any of the realism that could lead you to believe that it's the real world. Alright, so that is the end of this stream. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you dislike this stream for whatever reason, please let me know in the comments. I'll probably ignore your feedback. Alright, take care.